watching a film जिसका पूरा DNA you already know, and each hunch of yours just keeps coming true. Every conflict to every resolution is not the most satisfying film viewing experience, is it? You know, Desh Mitti, Border, Badal Denge, all of that. Especially when said film is longer than 3 hours. Travel time and interval included, that's a whole day just lost in the wind. Border 2, obviously. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to my channel where today we are talking about Anurag Singh's Border 2, starring Sunny Deol, Varun Dhawan, Ahan Shetty and Diljit Dosanjh in the lead roles. Set once again against the backdrop of the 1971 India-Pakistan war, this time the conflicts are panoramic, on land, in air, at sea. Sunny Deol now plays Lieutenant Colonel Fateh Singh Kaler, a senior officer under whose command rookies all assemble to train. Alright, so meet Hoshiar Singh Daya, played by Varun Dhawan, who goes on to command battalions on land. Then you have Nirmaljeet Singh Sekho, played by Diljit Dosanjh, who defends the Indian airspace. M.S. Rawat, played by Ahan Shetty, who then serves in the Navy. From friendly rivals, these three soon become pals and then Muboli family. Each of these four, Sunny Deol included, is or goes on to become happily married to dutiful women. While the camaraderie develops in the early 60s, the real call to action comes in 1971 when India and Pakistan go to war once more, and each of these men is called to defend their stations. Border 2, co-produced by JP Datta's own JP Films, valorizes courage, sacrifice, brotherhood and national duty. However, it relies too heavily on what it assumes the audience already feels about the subject matter. The stakes are high because an Indian-Pakistan war automatically carries that weight and you know it. Not because the film expresses to you as the viewer just what was at stake in December of 1971 when two nations were about to become three. One doesn't need to enter a movie expecting a history lesson, don't get me wrong, and you don't need to exit with a thesis, but a story this important, significant, and bloody most certainly needs a more academic approach to its filmmaking. You see, as a war film, Border 2 is surprisingly uninterested in the how of the particular war it's talking about. The sprawling action, it has very little spatial clarity, like Longewala, Arabian Sea, Kashmir. They become three major battlegrounds and the screenplay moves between them, but very choppily, unsure where to stop and for how long. Because we only see one commanding officer, Fateh Singh, who's on land. Those officers who are calling the shots at the sea and in the air, we never really get to know them. They don't become important to the story. A connective tissue explaining how the 1971 war was won, one battle after another, is lost. As a result, the film also loses out on one of the most important tenets of the war genre: the risk of human error, the possibility of lapses in judgment, and the devastating consequences of decisions made in rooms which are far removed from war zones. On the other side of the border as well, the opposing forces in this film are shapeless antagonists with inarticulate attack strategies, which may even be factually true of the time, but it doesn't make for very riveting cinema. The CGI, especially during the sea sequences and some top angle battlefield shots, is embarrassingly bad. Ahan Shetty, on an unconvincing looking battleship, screams "Ma Shakti" in a pivotal scene. Now, this is a moment that was as devastating as it was camp in 1997. Here it feels like an imitation rather than, it's not giving iconic. Given the least amount of screen time, Shetty delivers a particularly colorless performance, despite the improbable events that are unfolding around him. Varun Dhawan plays Varun Dhawan with a Haryanvi accent. Diljit Dosanjh, as Flying Officer Sekho, is one of the few real-life figures portrayed in the film. Officer Sekho laid down his life for this nation. His crashed aircraft was never found, and he remains the only member of the Indian Air Force to be awarded the Paramveer Chakra. A life of bravery, if ever there was one. And yet, the film doesn't trust or allow Diljit Dosanjh to fully enliven this character. It's constantly checking him, adding dramatic crutches where none are needed. In one important scene, for instance, Sekho, he's shot multiple times and he's bleeding and he attacks an enemy plane. but his ammunition seems to miss. Before you can even think, oh man, did he make that shot? There's not enough time to find out. And before you pulled into that pit of despair, the enemy pilot helpfully says out loud, "Sala कहता था मुझे घर नहीं जाने देगा." After which the scene proceeds to its expected conclusion. All the dialogue bazi in this film, most of it is shouted, is shoehorned in. Border mein ghusna, badalna, and other manufactured moments, they reduce a hugely significant historical event into simplistic, predictable cinema made to pander to what it assumes the current audience wants, often in selfish ways. In battle scenes, when soldiers' faces are caked with sweat, dirt, blood, and gunpowder, when they're unrecognizable and indistinguishable from one another, the film still refuses to reflect in a meaningful way. Instead, it cuts to Varun Dhawan delivering yet another dialogue. These scenes eventually reach lament, but not before several minutes are spent drowned in rousing patriotic songs. Border 2 perhaps does want to be an anti-war film. Nidhi Datta's story, with Sumit Arora and Anurag Singh's screenplay, does touch upon the agony of lives lost to political mismanagement. A young recruit, an old mother, a new father, a best friend, widows, sisters, the aftermath is shown to be exclusively tragic. Varun Dhawan's character even experiences a slight momentous flicker of remorse while he watches a young Pakistani soldier die in this relentless fighting. But these moments where the film comes close to profundity, when Sonu Nigam is singing "Ae guzarne wali hawa bata," or when a shell-shocked Fateh is wishing to rest at a gurdwara, these moments, they lose their impact because the film refuses to sit with this grief. And spectacle without reflection ultimately amounts to little more than hollow imagination. Border 2 is now playing in movie theatres. Alright, for today's Relation Mein recommendation, Border 2 focuses on the Western Front in this war. So the film that comes to mind is the 2022 title, All Quiet on the Western Front, adapted from the 1929 anti-war novel of the same name, which is directed by German filmmaker Edward Berger, who has since gone on to make Conclave. And another one that I have not seen. I know this is a bhari mainstream recommendation I'm giving you right now, but if you have seen All Quiet on the Western Front, the new one, or even the old one, tell me in the comments what you think about it. Serious Cinephiles Movie Club is scheduled to take place this Sunday. If you're not a member of Serious Cinephiles yet, please join. There's a link in the description under this video. And once you join us, make sure you register for this Sunday's movie club, alright? More details on how to join are available on the members-only community posts. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.